Have you ever achieved something, and instead of feeling proud, you immediately thought, I could have done better? Or maybe someone complimented you, and you couldn't believe them. You thought, if they really knew me, they wouldn't say that. No matter what you accomplish, no matter how hard you work, no matter how much progress you make, something inside you keeps saying, it's not enough. So why do some people never feel good enough? Why do they keep chasing something that always seems just out of reach? Let's go deeper. Most people think this feeling comes from low confidence, but psychology suggests something much deeper. Because many people who never feel good enough actually achieve a lot. They work hard, set high standards, push themselves constantly. And from the outside, they may even look successful. Yet inside, they still feel inadequate. Why? Because this feeling often has very little to do with achievement and everything to do with self-worth. Now imagine this. A child grows up feeling like love, attention, or praise must be earned. Good grades, good behavior, being responsible, making others proud. Slowly, the brain learns an important lesson. My value depends on my performance. And that belief can follow someone for years, even decades. Now here's something important. People who never feel good enough often turn life into an endless test. Every conversation, every decision, every mistake, every goal becomes evidence that they're worthy or evidence that they're not. And that's exhausting because life was never meant to be a constant examination. Now let's go deeper. Many people who struggle with feeling enough are constantly comparing themselves, their success, their appearance, their relationships, their progress. And here's the problem. There will always be someone richer, more successful, more attractive, more accomplished. Comparison creates a finish line that keeps moving. No matter how far you go, you never arrive. Now here's the deeper truth. Perfectionism often hides underneath this feeling. And perfectionism isn't simply wanting to do well. It's fearing what happens if you don't. Fear of criticism, fear of disappointment, fear of rejection. Because if your self-worth depends on perfection, then every mistake feels personal. Every failure feels like proof that something is wrong with you. Now let's take it one level deeper. Psychologists know something fascinating. The human brain remembers criticism more strongly than praise. You can receive 10 compliments and 1 negative comment. Guess which one stays in your head? The criticism, because the brain is wired to notice potential threats. And over time, some people become experts at noticing what they lack and blind to everything they've achieved. Now here's something sad. People who never feel good enough often move the goalposts. They get the job, then it's not enough. They achieve the goal, then it's not enough. They improve their life, still not enough. Because the problem was never the goal. The problem is the belief that worthiness exists somewhere in the future. That one day, if they achieve enough, become enough, prove enough, then they'll finally deserve peace. But peace doesn't work that way. Now what can you do? First, recognize that your value cannot depend entirely on your performance, because performance changes, success changes, life changes. Your worth should not disappear every time circumstances do. Second, pay attention to your inner voice. Would you speak to someone you love the way you speak to yourself? Probably not. Yet many people spend years being their own harshest critic. And third, allow yourself to appreciate progress, not perfection, because perfection is an impossible destination. Growth is not. Now here's something powerful. The people who never feel good enough usually care deeply. They have dreams, standards, ambition. They want to become better, and that's beautiful. The problem begins when self-improvement turns into self-rejection, because becoming a better version of yourself should never require hating the version you are today. So if you've spent years feeling like you're not enough, remember this. You can improve your life without believing your current self has no value. You can grow without constantly criticizing yourself. And you can be ambitious while still appreciating who you already are. Because one of the biggest psychological traps in life is spending so much time trying to become enough that you never realize you already were. If you enjoy psychology, human behavior, and understanding the hidden struggles that millions of people silently carry, subscribe. Because sometimes The hardest battles we fight are the ones happening inside our own minds.